Hey guys, hope you can hear me okay. I'm testing out another Facebook Live. And if you can't hear me okay and you're on it, if you'd say, hey Audra, or something in the comment, that would be great because I'm using a new software and I never know if it's going to work super well for me. You know how that works. Anyway, I have been getting this comments a lot lately from stagers about the whole subject of virtual staging. And I just thought that it would be something that would be not just good to cover in a blog post, which I probably will later, but also a Facebook Live. And that's why I thought I would do this and show you some photos of virtual staging versus real staging and see what you think. So as I'm kind of waiting to see who's all in the line, it looks good. Okay. First of all, virtual staging. For those of you who don't know, there are these services now where agents can pay a service fee and they can send a vacant picture of a living room in, and these services will put in furniture, make it look like it's staged or has actually furnishings in it. So and some stagers are running into this now when they talk to agents about staging, whether they want to go with the stager, that sort of thing. So here are 4 good reasons why virtual staging may not be a good idea. So if you're an agent watching this or a stager, these are probably good things for you to write down because it's good to have a response when the stager says, well, why wouldn't I just do this? It's cheaper than having a stager bring in furniture. So while I'm going to go over these, I'm actually going to also show you some photos. But I want to use a good analogy when it comes to virtual staging, and that analogy is the online dating world. And it's funny because I'm taking this analogy from a virtual staging website. They actually use that analogy, and I think it's actually pretty interesting. But imagine you're on an online dating app, you're on your computer, and you're looking for someone that you want to go on a date with. You're single or if you're married, just imagine it. You're looking at photos, you're looking at their profiles, and you see this amazing profile of this gorgeous human being, whether they be woman, man. Imagine it's a man, gorgeous man, beautiful, full head of hair, strong, studly body, and you connect, immediately get together for a lunch date, and when you walk in that lunch room to meet with him, that restaurant, you see that maybe that photo was maybe 20 years old. And he no longer has that gorgeous head of hair and no longer has that great body. Maybe he's 100 pounds more overweight. The point is, what you see in person is really different than what was advertised. So that can become a problem, and that is kind of my analogy for virtual staging. So now I'm going to show you some virtual staging photos. This is from a recent article. I'm going to send this on over. Okay, so this was an article from one of the places I blog at. I blog for the National Association of Realtors, the Styled, Staged, and Sold. And in this article, virtual staging transforms cold, vacant spaces. I'm pulling these photos that this company is using to promote their virtual staging. So these are their best of the best photos. So I'm giving you the best examples of virtual staging. I'm not going to dig deep and get some really yucky. We've all seen the yucky stuff. I'm giving you the best examples, and I want you to, in the Facebook comments, give me your thoughts on virtual staging. I should have asked you that from the beginning, but while I'm looking at this, while we're looking at these spaces, go ahead in the comments, give me your thoughts on what do you think about virtual staging? Yes, no, is it something you're going to use? That sort of thing. But let's take a look at some of these photos now that I just pulled from this article that you can refer back to, the National Association of Realtors article, to find. And I'll just do it in a slideshow here. Send. Okay. Hopefully you can see this. This is an empty room that they give an example of an empty room, now virtual staged. And this looks semi-real, but I still feel like these ottomans look pretty cartoony. Now look at this room. Tell me what you think. It's an office space that they're going to make, but look at the bookshelf. Does this bookshelf look real to you at all? I'm just really curious to see your thoughts. Still a bit cartoony. Now this one's interesting because they actually kept the media center and they just added furniture around it like that. So that looks maybe a little bit more real, but yeah, definitely. Sandy, I agree. It looks very cold. Laura agrees it's not to scale. These are their best photos. So I'm showing you the best of the best of their photos. And I agree, it still doesn't look real. So the agent who wants to skimp or save, thinking they're going to get a staged room, is probably going to be a little bit disappointed, because if this is the best work that they're showing, then, you know, then I can only imagine what the agent's going to get. So to compare it, because now we've looked at these virtual stagings, let's look at the real deal. Some real photos from real stagings, from real stagers. And these are some of my HSR members that I think is just a good example to show you. All right, I'm sending it to the live. Hopefully you can see it. All right, these are some of the RISA winners. So this is Bergie Enik and some Donna Dazzo work and some Corinne Haas work. And when you look at these real photos, you can see there's texture, there's scale. Imagine a buyer comparing, these are before and afters, you can clearly see there's the before, and then you'll see the after. So I like to see the before and afters because I know that's what you guys like too. But you can see what a difference. So if the buyer's looking at these real photos versus the virtual photos, what a disappointment. But the biggest disappointment, so I'm talking about those 4 reasons. So number 1 reason, every photo that I've seen still looks a little cartoony. And so when an agent says, I'm thinking about going the virtual staging route, if you're a stager, this is what you say. I've never seen a virtual staging that really looks perfect, that you can't quite tell is a little cartoony. Jamie, I agree with you. She's an agent and she's not crazy, smart girl. Number two reason why virtual staging, and this is the biggest reason, virtual staging to me is the ultimate letdown. It's the ultimate in-person letdown. And use that frame, I always call it the ultimate in-person letdown, because a buyer has an expectation. Maybe they saw a photo, they breezed through it, they thought it was furnished. They walk into an empty space, and guess what they're going to notice? They're going to notice all the flaws. They're going to notice the stain on the carpet, the patch on the wall. They're going to notice because it's empty and it's cold. And the worst part of that, not just that it's not the real thing, is the emotions that an empty space evokes is completely different than a staged space. That's why I'm leaving you with these beautiful staged photos so you can see the emotion that these staged rooms gives to a buyer, both online and in person, is what's going to seal the deal. So the number 2 reason that you really need the real thing to seal the deal, buyers make offers from actually seeing the home. Buyers don't just make an offer from looking at a virtually staged photo online. I know that they probably wish they did, but they won't. Buyers are very tentative. They want to see the home in person. This is their biggest investment. So when they go in person and they see it's empty, I doubt you're going to get the offer, and they're going to probably be a little disappointed. And that agent who's actually bringing that buyer in to show is probably not going to be super happy with the agent that's showing the home, because number 3 reason that I think virtual staging is a big problem for agents to use and not a good idea is because some people even think it's deceptive, because it is kind of deceptive, right? They had an expectation, they went to the home, and now it's empty. That doesn't bode well, that doesn't look good. And like I said, it's that ultimate letdown. So you're only kind of bringing your buyer into a really bad space. So the agent who knows that another agent is using virtual staging is probably not going to be keen to bring their buyers in person to those spaces. So you're going to build this reputation as an agent to not really be an agent of choice if that's kind of your MO, is this virtual staging. It's not a good idea. So that's the 3rd reason. The 4th reason, and a lot of agents probably don't realize they're actually doing this, is you actually could be in violation of Article 12 of the Realtor code of ethics, because you have to disclose that the photo that they're seeing is not necessarily the real deal. And I don't know about you, but when I'm looking online and I can tell it's a virtually staged room because it does look cartoony, I don't always see that disclosure in there. So an angered buyer or other agent who sees that you didn't disclose it and feels like that's deceptive could take it one step further and really hurt your business. So 4 reasons. This is for you stagers who I know are kind of running into this a little bit with the virtual staging. Hopefully it helps. Caitlin, yes, I will tag their name. Sorry, good idea. Welcome, welcome. Let me go back to my final screen. Trying this new software, we'll see how it works. Okay. I think final screen, hopefully you saw that too. Well, hopefully this all worked. Hopefully you enjoy it. Please let me know your thoughts in the comments. Hopefully the software worked for me. It's a brand new one for me. And let me know what you think of virtual staging. Are you going to use it? Are you not going to use it? And hopefully if you're a stager, you thought this was helpful, because as an industry as a whole, I am not a promoter. You know, being a training company, I'm not a promoter of virtual staging. I think that you could do a form of e-design. I have an e-design training where you can actually give people a vision before they're buying for design work, or before they pay for your staging work, but it's certainly not photos we're going to put up on the MLS to deceive or give buyers the ultimate letdown, in my humble opinion. So thanks you all. I'll see you in another Facebook Live coming soon.